She left me for my sister, so I married her mother. I know that sounds insane, but when the woman I loved betrayed me in the worst way possible, decided to give her a lesson she would never forget. And trust me, karma showed up wearing high heels and pearls. My name is Jasmine. I'm 28 years old, and I work as a marketing manager in Austin, Texas. I've always been the romantic type, the kind of person who plans surprise dates, writes love letters, and cooks candlelight dinners just because. 2 years ago, I met Sophie, a 27-year-old interior designer with a kind of smile that could light up a room. We met at an art exhibit, and from the moment we locked eyes, it felt like the universe had aligned. She was funny, smart, and passionate about life. For 2 years, we built what I thought was the perfect relationship. We shared everything: Sunday mornings at farmers markets, Netflix marathons, weekend road trips. She even got along with my family, especially my younger sister, Lily, who's 24. They became friends quickly, which I thought was sweet at the time. Looking back, maybe I was too trusting. But isn't that what love is? Trust? About 6 months ago, Sophie started acting different. She became glued to her phone, smiling at messages she didn't show me. When I asked, she'd laugh it off and say, "Just work stuff, babe." Date nights turned into "sorry, I'm tired" nights. She started staying late at work more often, and when I suggested joining her for lunch, she always had an excuse. The biggest red flag. Every time Lily came over, Sophie lit up like Christmas morning. I brushed it off because Lily was my sister, my baby sister. There's no way Sophie would cross that line, right? Wrong. One Saturday, I decided to surprise Sophie with lunch at her studio. But when I got there, the receptionist said she wasn't in. Strange, because Sophie told me she had back-to-back client meetings all day. On the drive home, I noticed Lily's car parked outside Sophie's apartment. My heart sank. I walked in without knocking, my key still worked, and what I saw shattered me. Sophie and Lily, in bed, laughing like they didn't just set fire to my entire life. I couldn't breathe, couldn't scream. I just stood there as Sophie froze and said, "Jas, it's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like." My girlfriend and my sister tangled in sheets like a scene from a bad soap opera. I walked out without saying a word. But as the tears burned down my cheeks, something inside me shifted. They didn't just break my heart, they broke me. And I wasn't going to let that go unpunished. A week later, Sophie's mom, Claudia, called me. She's a stunning woman in her late 40s, poised, elegant, and the kind of woman who turns heads when she walks into a room. She wanted to talk about what happened. We met for coffee and ended up talking for hours. She apologized for her daughter, but she also said something that stuck. You deserve someone who knows your worth. One coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into late-night conversations. And soon, something I never expected happened. Claudia and I started dating. It felt wild at first, but also right. She respected me. She adored me. And for the first time since the betrayal, I felt alive again. Fast forward 6 months later, Sophie and Lily show up at a family barbecue. And guess who's on my arm? Claudia, her mother. When Sophie saw us holding hands, she turned pale. When Claudia kissed me in front of everyone, Sophie nearly dropped her drink. And then, the cherry on top. Claudia announced, "Jasmine and I are getting married." You should have seen Sophie's face. The woman who left me for my sister just lost her mother to me. Claudia and I had a beautiful wedding in Napa Valley. Sophie didn't come, of course, but Lily did, and she couldn't even look me in the eye. I built a life with someone who truly values me. Someone who made me realize that when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. As for Sophie and Lily, last I heard, they didn't last. Surprise, surprise. Moral of the story is that betrayal cuts deep, but healing tastes sweeter when you rise above it with grace and a little poetic justice. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more stories where betrayal meets the ultimate revenge.